Get 3 months of local news for just 99 cents a month. You'll get unlimited access to the news you need to stay engaged and connected to your community. Visit duluthnewstribune.com/subscribe now to get 3 months of local news for only 99 cents a month.
Hello, Northlanders. It's Friday, June 9th. I'm Wyatt Buckner with your Duluth News Tribune Minute, presented by Minnesota Power Employees Credit Union.
The average MPECU member saves over $785 a year in better rates and lower fees. And with MPECU, every ATM is your ATM. With their free checking program, you get ATM fee reimbursements at any ATM anywhere in the U.S. Check out Minnesota Power Employees Credit Union's services online at mpecu.com or visit their offices in downtown Duluth, Arrowhead Road, or Miller Trunk Highway.
It's Friday, and if you're looking for some fun weekend ideas, Duluth News Tribune arts and entertainment reporter Jay Gabler has some options in this week's Best Bets.
It is high summer. Well, a little on the early side, but it is definitely summer in Duluth because there is a lot going on, way more than we can fit into a single Best Bets section. If you've been following the News Tribune, you know that Lyric Opera of the North is presenting its big summer opera this weekend, and Trans Joy Fest is setting up at Gitchudea King on Saturday. Other things going on in the Northland this weekend include the annual Judy Garland Festival in Grand Rapids. It's a big year for the Judy Garland Festival. Now, a criminal indictment isn't exactly cause for celebration, but Judy Garland fans here in the Northland may appreciate that authorities seem to be closer to reaching some closure regarding the infamous theft of the pair of Dorothy Gale's ruby slippers that were slipped out of the Judy Garland Museum in Grand Rapids in 2005. A man was recently indicted for the theft of those slippers, so there'll be a lot to talk about during all the festivities this weekend in Grand Rapids. Also, an event that is happening for the first time in Duluth this year, but organizers hope it's just going to be the first of many annual events. It is a Duluth Stemma, otherwise known as a Nordic folk music and dance festival. It's being hosted at Peace United Church of Christ up on the hill here in Duluth and continuing through Saturday with workshops, jam circles, and other events culminating in a final concert and closing dance. A ton of top Scandinavian musicians are visiting for this occasion. And also want to mention a library book sale, the library book sale, the annual Friends of the Duluth Public Library summer book sale. It's not this weekend, but mark your calendar because it starts on Monday, this coming Monday, June 12th, and runs through Thursday. Admission is for Friends members only on Mondays. You'll need to join up and become a friend of the Duluth Public Library if you want to be one of the first shoppers. But there are other opportunities to buy books at the Duluth Public Library in downtown Duluth Tuesday through Thursday with bag sale discounts on Thursday. For more information on these and other best bets for the week, check out duluthnewstribune.com. I'm Jay Gabler.
Now here's a look at today's headlines. A group of concerned citizens announced Thursday it has asked the Minnesota Court of Appeals to review a May 8th decision of the Duluth City Council to allow a controversial hotel project to proceed without requiring that the would-be developer prepare an environmental assessment worksheet in advance. In dropping the requirement for an environmental assessment worksheet, the council overturned a decision by the Duluth Planning Commission, which voted 6-2 on April 11th to order that Kinseth Hospitality complete the environmental assessment in advance of beginning work on a proposed 100-room, 4-story hotel at the corner of Sunbee Road and Page Street, across from a Kohl's store. About 250 residents earlier signed a petition seeking additional review of the project, citing concerns about the impact it could have on wetlands and Miller Creek, a designated trout stream located nearby. The waterway is already considered to be in an ecological impaired condition. Kinseth representatives protested the additional assessment was unnecessary, would add about $50,000 to $55,000 to the cost of the project, and could delay the construction schedule by 8 to 10 months. Following the recommendations of city planning staff, the Duluth City Council unanimously reversed the Planning Commission's decision, setting the stage for the latest challenge. The appealants claimed that the City Council overstepped its authority and should have deferred to the Planning Commission as the proper regulatory governmental unit in deciding whether further review was warranted. Kinseth said it aims to operate an extended stay hotel on the site under the Marriott flag. Invasive parasitic sea lampreys continue to hunt and kill Lake Superior fish above the levels biologists would like to see, especially after the COVID-19 pandemic caused parts of 2 summer seasons to be lost in the never-ending battle against the eel-like creatures. Lake Superior now has an estimated 108,000 lampreys, a 3-year rolling average, far above the goal of 48,000 lampreys set by the Great Lakes Fishery Commission. Sea lampreys feed on the blood and body fluids of fish by attaching to them with a tooth-filled, suction-cup mouth. They file a hole through the fish's scales and skin with a razor-sharp tongue. They eventually fall off, but the trauma is sometimes too much for the fish to survive. Many fish survive the attacks, however, and Lake Superior fish caught by anglers often have circular marks where lampreys were attached. Sea lampreys are by far the most destructive of all aquatic invasive species to hit the Great Lakes. Native to the Atlantic Ocean and the St. Lawrence River, they spread into the Great Lakes via human-made canals that bypass natural waterfall barriers. Lampreys were first confirmed in Lake Superior in 1938. They rapidly devastated fish populations, and within a few years, both commercial and sport fishing on Lake Superior came to a near standstill. But scientists developed a poison that kills lamprey larvae and is otherwise mostly harmless to other creatures. The lampricide is spread in tributary streams along the Great Lakes where lampreys spawn on a rotating schedule, and that effort has restored some Great Lakes fish populations to near historic levels. Control efforts chipped away at the total lamprey population from 780,000 in Lake Superior before treatments began in 1958 to about 217,000 in 2017 and about 108,000 now. But the battle never ends, and when 70% of the Great Lakes lampricide applications were canceled in 2020 due to the pandemic shutdown of field work from many natural resource agencies, and another 25% were canceled in 2021, those missed treatments allowed lamprey numbers to bounce back. The full effects of the pandemic may not be seen for another year or two as the lampreys hatched in those years grow to adults, swim out of rivers, and begin their attacks on Great Lakes fish. Now here's a look at your forecast, brought to you by the Superior Telegram's history podcast, Archive Dive.
Weather for the Duluth area today, looking at warmer conditions this afternoon with high temperatures back into the upper 70s with mostly sunny skies. Chances of thunder showers and storms in the evening and overnight. And then for Saturday, more chances of showers and on the cooler side in the mid-60s with breezy conditions. Sunshine for Sunday and high temperatures around 60 degrees. I'm Storm Tracker meteorologist Robert Pointer.
Thank you to Archive Dive for their support. The monthly history podcast, hosted by Superior Telegram reporter Maria Lockwood, dips into the archives of historic events, people, and places around Superior and Douglas County. You can find the latest episode of Archive Dive at superiortelegram.com or wherever you also get this podcast. Reporting for today's episode was done by Peter Passy, John Myers, and Jay Gabler. Thank you for listening to Duluth News Tribune Minute. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you back here on Monday.